Hello everyone and welcome back to the Apollo Justice Ace Attorney Trilogy. In the last episode, oh my god, we had started in a fashion. Well, we carried on with episode 4 of the Apollo Justice Ace Attorney game, but we did the investigation, we did the trial, and we did the trial 7 years ago. Now, we're on to the Mason system, going between... Oh, damn, there's no one watching my stream. Oh, well, guess I can end it then. Oh, well, right, yeah, no, I'm kidding. But yeah, so you weren't here, but I carried on a little bit more yesterday. So I've completed everything from 7 years ago. We're just going to end this inquiry in a minute. So yes, I will flash back to here. So I completed everything from 7 years ago. The mystery of the disappearing Zach Gramarye. Well, that was just Trucy and Mr. Hat. The mystery of why Magnify has Zach's and Valent's hands tied behind their backs is because of Trucy's mother, also Zach Magnify's only daughter, Thassa Gramarye. And Drew Studio, we found out that the person who got Vera to forge the evidence was Christoph Gavin. Now, there are a few things I would like. So we started off with the Borscht Bowl Club, and there was a little bit of something. However, we need to finish it. It kind of threw us out before we finished it, but I think that's going to be the last thing we go to, because we found that Zach Gramarye is the guy who we played poker with, or Phoenix played poker with in the first episode. And there was just a whole bunch of stuff, and he also has Cyclops. Then we got into Solitary Cell 13 with Christoph, and then current day Drew Studio and the Sunshine Coliseum, which I haven't investigated yet, because I then went back to Solitary Cell 13, as you saw, because I feel like there's something we need to investigate in here. The yellow letter is very... I need that, because I'm pretty sure that's the same yellow letter was the one Drew had. But yeah, very interesting. You taking care of this one here? Ah, yes, she's surprisingly delicate, you know. Requires careful tending. But she is my best friend, as they say. Best?
So how long
come
did they
on.
stream?
Today, I can go on quite... Well, today... So I'm going home for Easter. So, I'm hoping to finish this case by today. So... If I don't finish it by this stream, I'll do another stream later, but I have until... It's currently 11:25. I have until 2 o'clock for my lesson. So a good 2 hours plus, 2.5 hours, something like that. So yeah. Oh, of course. He's known to bite if handled roughly. Your rose bites? I was speaking of the photo next to the rose. My retriever, Vongol. Cute.
That's not gonna happen if I didn't help XD.
Ah. Well, we shall see. We shall see. Every dog has its thorn. We shall see what happens. It's strange, you know? Here I am a solitary, and yet the cookbooks keep piling up. Looks like you got more books up there. Ah, yes, my collection. I have a few friends on the prison staff. They show me a little kindness. Just a little? That's some chair. Just looking at it makes me want to take a seat. You'd probably have to add a whole digit to the price of one of my office chairs. In here, a comfortable chair is the most valuable thing in the world. You'd have to add 2 digits to the price of a standard prison-issue chair for this. Those prison chairs don't look so bad either. Maybe I should redecorate. You are one interesting letter. Okay. Let's go to... I've been to Drew Studio quite a lot. I haven't been to the Sunshine Coliseum a lot, though. So let's go to there.
BRB gonna pray.
Fair enough. Okie dokie. Well, this is a blast from the distant past. Long time no see, Mr. Valent. 7 years has it been. Frankly, I didn't think I'd ever see you again. Actually, I came because there's something I want to ask you. I've spoken to the press. I've nothing more to say. I've spoken to a lot of people myself and come to some conclusions. Then I realised I needed to hear it from you. I have walked a difficult road these past 7 years. Because you couldn't perform Magnifique's repertoire? Do not be deceived. Valent's skill is the real deal. I do not require my mentor's hand-me-downs. No, it was my partner who slowed me on my way. Is that grammary? His rather well-performed disappearing act 7 years ago was the end. Or so I thought. Zach Grammary murdered our mentor and fled to escape punishment for his crime. You said something to that effect 7 years ago, didn't you? I remember it as if it were yesterday. Yet, that was not the way of it in the end. While he vanished, the suspicions upon my own person never did. His partner Zach vanished to protect him. That's what those thieving magpies of the press said. I had no idea. And that very same press comes to me now, feigning interest. They cover the greatest magic show in history as if it were some vaudevillian distraction. And here I must stand, smiling at them all. What am I if not a player in some fiendish farce? Might I suggest this because you never made it clear what happened? Magnifique's death is still a mystery to this day. Which is why I came here, to get the answer from you. God fucking damn it, I knew I'd be seeing these sooner or later. Why does everyone fucking has locks? God damn it. Okay. The audience has no business stepping upon the stage. They must be content to sit and stare at the spotlight. That sounds an awful lot like something I heard 7 years ago. I think we have enough, so let's see what'll happen. Magnifique's death. Ask what you will, you'll get nothing from me. I'm as much a part of this affair as you are now. I have to know what happened. For 7 long years I have endured. Now finally the curtain lifts on my new golden age. All the miracles of our troop within my grasp. Sorry to do this, Valent. But right now I need answers. I think I'll start by dropping a bomb. That should shake things up. I won't be so sure about those miracles, not as long as I have this.
Take that!
And what might that be? I see it bears the Grammary seal. I should have brought this to your attention sooner. I didn't imagine you'd be planning your comeback quite so fast. What is this? A document showing the true recipient of the performance rights to Magnifique's miracles. What? Zach? He wrote this? What? He passed everything to his daughter? True's the enigma. Actually, she's officially my daughter these days. Preposterous! Zach is gone, vanished into the void. This is the genuine article. Zach was alive when he wrote this. Both myself and the notary can testify to this. Why? Why is that fate? Why does fate toil me so? Why must my life be lived in thrall to the dead? You're not the only one with that problem. But he shot Magnifi. Yes, it was Zack, it was. And then he... Oh, hang on a second, just going to pause a second. Right, I'm back. Sorry, there's someone at the door just delivering a package, of course, a bit annoying, but there we go. And then he left. And my career as a magician fell into darkness. Do you think there might be some way out of it? Say, if you could prove that Grammary shot Magnifi, was that why you testified? Yes, my way out. It should have been my way out. Well, it might not be too late, Mr. Valent. All you need is a way to prove your case. Who really killed Zach Magnifi Grammary? I don't know. I don't know. I feel like we should have this one, but I don't know.
Gun.
I thought it was the gun, but I wasn't sure. Let's try it. No, it's not the gun. I don't know. We'll try the diary. If not, I'm producing a signed confession, even if the confession is a fake. Okay, yeah, we definitely don't have a confession, so I don't think we've got enough evidence. So let's pop 2 then. Let's swap to Drew Studio then, please. Hey, well, what do we have here? Remember me? Of course I remember you. Journalist meets ex-attorney in bar, end quote. You ask what you're doing here. Mr. Mission was poisoned in his daughter's... Oh, yes, I know. Oh, how I know, yes. It's caused me no end of grief, to be honest. The journalist wishes he'd tracked down Case just a little quicker, end quote. Were you on the trail of this case the whole time? Zach Grammary was a good friend. Zach said something to that effect back in the Borscht Bowl Club. What a character, what a man! A little, no, a lot, no, extremely rough around the edges. Do you think I could ask you a few questions? Oh, you serious? I mean, I'm usually the interviewer, not the interviewee. Journalist asks questions, not all the way around, end quote. Fine, shoot, I don't care. People have been asking me all sorts of things lately. There's a tragic what happened to Drew Measham and his daughter. Forgery is a serious crime and they paid the price. You know what really did them in, though? You know what really did them in, though, don't you? Yeah, a forged diary page. The night I interviewed him, I found out something about Mr. Measham I hadn't known. But what's that? You know, he always felt like he was being watched. Every day for 7 years. Walls have ears, potatoes have eyes, end quote. Being watched. You mean he felt guilty? No, I'm not talking about feelings here. You know, I felt watched too. The whole time I've been on this case, no less. Journalists get a tingling sensation on back and neck. Freaks out, end quote. Because you felt guilty? Why did I feel guilty? You felt like you were being watched, huh? I wonder what it all means. Drew Measham felt like he was being watched. And you along with him. Sure it wasn't just nerves? Nerves? No, it's not so mundane. I stopped paying attention to my nerves a long time ago. But I felt it too. Jill sure is being watched, end quote. Don't you wonder why Zach Gremory got rubbed out after 7 years? Right after coming into contact with me? He completely vanishes from that courtroom. Then for 7 years he talks to no one, not a soul. Then, just as the remaining time is almost up, so what was that? He contacts me in order to have this made, and then he dies.
What maybe the dead don't want to use obvious think it should be stalk.
Maybe? I don't know. We shall see, I guess we shall see. Stand up at the pieces together, are we? And you were being watched this whole time? Maybe not just me, maybe you are too. Me? I met Zach through that case, actually. You mean the shooting of Magnifique Gremory? No, before that. It's not widely known. You mean the accident during the quick draw shooting practice? My, you're too well informed. You should have seen me back then. I dug a kind of scoop. I wanted it all. Money. Oh god. Oh god. Money, fame, women, a little puppy, all for me. I was younger then. And of my days and nights smelled fresher mint than they do now. Alan Gremory did mention one particularly nosy reporter. In fact, I was on close speaking terms with Magnifique Gremory at the time. I knew his daughter too, of course. Thalassa, was it? Really? Then Thalassa disappeared, quite suddenly at that, and Magnifique wouldn't say a word about it. Yeah, my evil habit got the better of me. Journalist catches scent of a scoop, goes on feeding frenzy. End quote.
He is a brusher.
He is. I mean, see, the thing is, Measham looks like a paintbrush, and Brushall looks like more like a toothbrush. There we go. I guess that's why he does carry around his toothbrush with him all the time. There you go. I set up a one-on-one interview with Thalassa's husband, see? Zach Gremory. Something strange was in the air over the Droop Gremory in those days. The whole scream mentor controlling disciples scene started by then, I'm guessing. Thalassa, she was part of it all, right? Come on, you can tell me off the record. Sorry, I don't know. Anyway, I kept prying and eventually became friends with Zach. Sure, he punched me once or twice or 5 times, but all the time he came to see me as his confidant. He's been waiting over this whole time. 7 years, eh? Waiting? For his big comeback, of course. A big revival of a Magnifique miracle. Of course it was all a dream. Because of this, the performance rights. In the absence of any official documents, he was golden. That was to say the old man didn't give his rights to both Zach and Valent. So I've not waited until Zach died, but legally at least. The time finally comes, and Valent's a kid on the Christmas morning. He's getting ready for his show at Sunshine Coliseum, you know? If that document sees the legal light of day, it's going to put a damper on a big show. He is a sorrow on that Valent Gremory. I was gonna say, Zack is dead. Not at this current moment. Well, yes, I guess in this current moment of time, but you get the idea.
Lost out to his partner at work, and love too. Love? It's the same old story, really. Two disciples and their mentor's only daughter. One has three sides, so all pointy. A love triangle.
It's pretty classic.
When you're in a performing troupe, that's your world. It's like family. All with an entire high school's worth of drama, intrigue, and backstabbing.
And in the middle of all this, Thalassa has Trucy. And then she dies. I need to find out more about this Thalassa. Mr. Brushall, do you know this person?
Do I know that person? Of course. I was friends with Zack after all. He hit me a few times, 5 times actually. But still, I'd never forget his wife, Thalassa Gremory.
Magnifique Gremory's only daughter. Can you tell me more about her?
Well, why the heck not? So, Thalassa married Zack and had 2 see? It was their second marriage, actually.
You mean she was divorced? I hadn't heard this one before.
Not quite. Her late husband was a performer too. Apparently he died during some gig. Tragic, really. He'd only been married 1 year.
I didn't know. Oh, she... Ooh.
Yeah, but she was a beauty. He's still carrying a portrait photo of her around, you know?
Oh, hang on. Whoa. I saw that. I saw... Apollo? Why did you steal a dead woman's bracelets? Apollo. God damn it, Apollo.
Nice bracelet.
I was gonna say, strange that, isn't it? I've known Trucy since she was a little thing too.
She's got a better deal, really. She's got you for family after all.
What do you mean?
Just reminiscing, you know? Thalassa has another child besides Trucy. Quote.
What? But Trucy says she was an only child.
Ah, yes, this one she had with her previous husband.
Her previous husband? Her first husband who died during a performance. That's why Apollo has the same talent as Trucy, because they're both magicians, technically speaking, but one actually just went on to be a lawyer and not a magician.
Yep, they have themselves a kid. I know they're orphaned now. That's another one who slipped through the cracks. No idea where they are now.
Thalassa had another child? Do you think I could borrow that photo?
Sure, I can be generous on occasion, you know?
I won't need this lock anymore. Better return it to Trucy before I forget.
People and events go on tangled together and get bigger and bigger, don't you think?
I was too busy wondering about bigger to listen to anything you're saying.
Sometimes you're just gonna set that won't be able to untangle it all, I think.
Maybe so, but still, I have to do what I can. I have to tell you and I have to tell what I find to those who come next.
Next, just say.
I'm not the one who closed the curtain on this little play. Apparently that's not my role anymore.
Magnifique. I was just wondering what Magnifique would think of all this.
What do you mean?
Well, haven't you seen it, Juicy?
Walking back to the bar.
Yeah.
She's got his power.
You mean how I can't lie to Trucy?
It's the same with Magnifique. And with his daughter, Thalassa.
It's a strange thing. You think some Grammary dream.
Magnifique told me once back when Zack married Thalassa. He said Zack had good eyes. But not good like a Grammy's eyes, not that good.
I wonder if Zack ever played a game of poker with his wife. Who knows what the Grammary secret was?
Maybe nobody. Now that Zack's gone.
Zack Grammary. The plot had finally begun to reveal itself. It sprouted from a warp in the Grammary fabric and grew, swallowing everything, wrapping itself around the Grammary's power. A power which passed from Magnifique to Thalassa to the next generation. And I would once again need to meet The one who bridged it all together. Says True Studio done. I guess back to the Borscht Bowl Club then, please.
ETW there, Mom, playing one of case if you notice.
See, I was thinking that. My thinking was that she's the singer from the previous case. But I don't know. I can't remember her name, but you know who I'm on about. The singer from the previous case. Because she kind of has that aura about her. But let's present this. Mr. Zach, could you tell me about this? Mr. Right. We meet for the first time in 7 years and you offer me this. Please. It wasn't a present. This guy's a hard sell. Probably won't go right out of it unless they show him something real interesting.
Give Zach Mafia sound.
I wonder. Give Zach Mafia sound. I love that. Because there's 3 locks. Granary Secret. I have to know more about this power of Trucy. It's like she can see right into people's minds. The first time I saw her do it, it blew mine. And after you and Dan having your mind blown, you took her to play cards with you. Use the resources at hand, I always say. Yet I myself have no such power. But Trucy does. Why is that? Maybe Trucy got her power from her mother, Thalassa Granary? I will not speak of that. Thalassa is officially missing, correct? I think I know why you don't want to talk about her.
Missing that mean it's alive.
Is it the portrait? No. It's not the portrait. And now there is another I could care less about. You. Take care you do not end up missing yourself. For some reason it's extra scary when magicians threaten me. I better rethink my strategy here.
The incident.
See, that's the issue. I don't know if I would present stage pistol or the stamp. Let's go stamp. It's the stamp. It was either the pistol or the stamp. The 3 of you were a team once. Not that the entire country doesn't already know this. At your peak, you were the biggest stars around. Yet, there's another story behind the fame. One that not many know. Thalassa lost her life during a rehearsal. To you and Valen Granmary's bullets. It was an accident. It wasn't me. How could I shoot my dear Thalassa? I'm sure Vala would say the same thing. Why? It's just like another murder I might mention. Damn you! Her eyes, I loved Thalassa's eyes. To think they could read my mind was frightening. Yet there was a warmth in them that felt like an embrace. She is dead, and Magnifi Gramarye has joined her. So the only one with her power left now is Trilogy. Mr. Zack, I do not know. I don't need any power to see through that one, buddy. So someone else, someone other than Trilogy, someone who inherited Thalassa's power. How would I know? My chances are slim. It would take a miracle to learn the truth. Maybe one has already occurred. There is someone else with the power, and I know who. I can't believe I'm going to do this. I really don't. And yet somehow, unless it's you, but I have a feeling it's not, I can't. But I have to. It's the bracelets. It all just makes sense. This boy, his name? I forget. Something weird. Who could he be? An attorney. Attorney? I noticed him when I went to visit a friend's law offices. So, what are we to make of this, oh great ex-attorney? You can show me pictures of strange boys all you like, but you could... That sounds really, really creepy. But you could at least say something like, I'm this boy. I could use a laugh. Perhaps you wouldn't laugh if you knew the facts. This might not be 100% proof, but it's close. There's a link between this boy and Thalassa. Actually, it's more than a ring. A ring? Perhaps this will refresh your memory. I just so happen to have evidence showing this missing link. Actually, I know something. Your marriage to Thalassa was her second. How did you know this? Her first husband, well, he died a year after they were wed, yes? He was a performer. They met when he joined us, Gramarye, as a guest in our show. After Thalassa wed him, she left the troupe for a while. You say she had a child then? I have a photograph of her here. Couldn't help notice what she was wearing when I first saw this. Those bracelets, well, they stand out. They are a Gramarye family heirloom. This boy wears a bracelet just like the ones in the picture. What?
Apollo Dad will be mentioned in the 2 game after this.
Ah, nice. Fair enough. So that's why what, Mr. Zack? I took this photograph of Thalassa, before she left us. When she returned, she wore only one bracelet. I better know where that other one went. She gave it to this boy, her son. This is so interesting. This strange power. I myself do not know where it comes. Yet the fact is that it passed down the Gramarye line and runs in their veins. What is it? I asked her, Thalassa, once. And this is what she told me. The power responds to tension in others. Tension? She would face a person and they became tense, even slightly. And she would know, no matter how hard they tried to hide it from her. So she could see it. Not quite. This is the strangest part of it all. She wouldn't realize that she was subconsciously detecting this tension without the use of a particular object. Or in her case, objects. Objects? Wait, were they something she wore? Yes, her bracelets.
I admit the first time I saw one of those, I felt there was more to it than just fashion. What kind of power could a bracelet have? I have made a decision. I will tell you all I know. Consider it a gift. Well, I hardly need you to tell me at this point, but those two are brother and sister, yes. And the brother, too, has this power of theirs.
So one's my daughter and one works for me. That's the weirdest... Oh my... Okay. This is... Yeah. Huh. So Tracy has an older brother. I wonder what will come of that. Yeah. That's not just Felix saying that, that's me saying that as well. Friggin' Nora. Hang on. I need my gum. Gum. There we go. Mr. Right. Tonight, after our game is done, I return to a life of hiding. I would not see her live her life without knowing. I understand. I'll tell the two of them when the time is right. I am in your debt. Once again. Yeah, no kidding. What I want to know is how all of this got to be so messed up. Those bracelets are made of a special alloy. It is said to expand and shrink very slightly in response to body warmth. Is that temperature sensitive or something? Yes. It is how it can shrink to the exact size of their wearer's wrist. And this is something to do with the power? What have I told you? Grammary power reacts to tension in others. When the grammary senses tension, they too become tense. This tension translates into minute contractions of the muscles. So minute they can't sense it on their own. The muscles? Oh. So that's what the bracelets are for. With the bracelet on, one can sense these contractions. The bracelet is always a perfect fit. So, when a person they're watching gets tense, the bracelet feels tighter on their wrist. Precisely. But that alone doesn't really count as mind reading. I believe I understand how the process works from there. It's a question of eyesight. Eyesight? Yes, that sounds simple enough. Have you ever heard of kinetic vision? Something about the ability to see moving objects with full clarity, right? I mean, I have heard of it before, yes. They say athletes can see a moving ball like it was stopped if they focus. Oh, but it's not confined to sport alone. It relies on the abilities to focus. When we focus, we can see many things. The faintest twitch of a face, and the meaning that lies behind it. Therein lies one of the secrets of magic. One must know the mind of a crowd before one may distract it. So basically what you're saying is the Grammys can just see really well. Over there, seeing is more than believing. It is knowing. Their power relies on eyesight combined with exceptional focus. Things are starting to come into focus for me too, you're telling me. Of course, difficult to maintain such levels of focus for any length of time. But what if someone could tell you when to focus? Or something. Precisely. But wait, Tracy doesn't have any bracelets. You are talking about poker, yes? The timing of when to focus is so elementary she probably does it without thinking. I doubt Tracy herself has realized this. That is all I know of things grammary. Thank you, Mr. Zack. If this boy's bracelet is the real thing, then he will use it before long, thereby awakening his power. Yeah, I'll keep that in mind. Well, shall we play a game? Ah, I've said so much. Let me say one more thing.
I will tell you of that night. That night? The night my mentor Magnifique Grammary passed from this world to the next. There were 2 pistols and 2 letters sent. This was Magnifique's test. A test? His last years, Magnifique worked us both to the bone. No, to the pain. But that night, I could not shoot him. So I shot the clown's forehead instead. This, it seems, was the correct answer.
Take this. I give my heart to you, Zack.
What?
It is thanks for playing along with my show. You shot her tonight, Zack. I would not have minded dying by your hand.
How could I shoot you? You're my mentor.
I thought you might say that.
When I went home without shooting anything, what would you have done then? Then, of course,
I would have given Valentis a chance.
I had shot you in the forehead instead?
Then it would be over. If your Valent were to shoot me in the head, then I to the darkness would go, and my heart with me. But again, don't you think?
Ah,
Your descending too gave me no cause for regret. I thank you, Zack. And I am sorry. I have done much that was wrong in my day.
seems to me that Magnifique wanted you to be a successor all along. That's why the time he gave you this was earlier than balance. Perhaps. But it is not something we will ever know for sure now. I wonder what is Mallet up to these days. Well, quite frankly, he's waiting for you to die. 7 years pass like this, the performance rights go to him. Ah. And now here I am, and his dream is ended. It's worse than that, actually. Public opinion's a fickle thing, you know? What? You don't mean to tell me that they put the blame on the mentor's death on him? The trial ended when you vanished, Mr. Zack. Rumours that Valentine helped you pull off. But that's madness. Well, seems that before I can once again disappear in this world, I have one more act to perform. Isn't it odd that sorting out my life should prove so complicated, even though I'm dead? That night, Zack Grammer was killed. He died as Shady Smith, a mysterious traveller with a secret past. We left one thing behind before he parted. This. His confession. A tease as I saw fit. Of course, he'd killed no one. This is his way of tying up loose ends with his old partner, Valen Grammary. Everything's coming together. Transfer rights. And then the confession. I believe I have the answer to your prayers right here. Zack Grammary wrote one more thing before passing on. But this is a confession! In which he admits to the killing of Magnifique Grammary. See? All according to your plan. I am audition by trade. Deception is my life's work. I fool the audience, give them a fleeting dream. It seems the tables have turned. I, the audience, believing the deceptions I have brought upon myself. Zack wrote this right in front of me. After I explained your situation to him.
Alex, oh! You do not know this confession is nothing but lies.
Yeah. My opinion that Zack Grimmie killed no one.
Then you must be thinking the truth is a simple matter of elimination. Two seem instructions to kill, but if one is innocent, then the one who remains guilty.
That would be the logical conclusion. Yes. God.
So he managed to protect me, his partner. A stirring tale, 'tis true.
Did you shoot Magnifi Grammar in the forehead?
If I had and I told you, what would you do? Run to the police perchance? Do as you will. There's nothing left of me now. It is true, after all. I have little talent. I needed my mentor Magnifi's repertoire. It was as if a little demon grabbed hold of me. I knew it.
So Montgomery did kill Great Magnifi.
So sorry, Mr. Wright, but it was not I who shot my mentor.
What? If it wasn't you, then who was it? There wasn't another disciple, was there?
Another disciple? Such as? I don't know. Knack and talent Grammary, maybe? Your wild fantasies can be further from the truth. Only Zack and Valent received those threatening letters. But there was another. One more person who could have fired that pistol that night. I suppose you've figured it out by now.
If it wasn't Zack or Valent who shot Great Magnifi, then it had to be the only other person to see, which means...
Wait, you don't mean... Yes, the Great Magnifi Grammary himself.
So Magnifi Grammary committed suicide?
You find it hard to believe?
And to be honest, I hadn't even imagined it as a possibility.
When I arrived that night, the old man was still alive. He appeared to be asleep. I could not shoot him. When I turned and made to re-lift the room, the old man called out to me.
Suppose spoke with Magnifi Grammary?
Yes. And this is why I knew what he had done. Magnifi transferred the rights to his repertoire to my partner. Zack Grammary, not me.
I see. I guess I owe an apology. I thought you were the one who did it.
You owe me no apology. My crime was, in a way, more serious than that of a murder.
What? Your crime? Is Van Grammary confessing something to me? What could be more serious than murder?
You see, I knew the two letters had been sent. There are no secrets between partners. It was easy to find out. That was when I understood Magnifi's plan.
He wanted to die by one of your hands.
Little did I expect it had anything to do with the rights to his repertoire. That was when I heard it. The little demon whispering inside my heart. The demon, let me confess. I had intended to shoot Magnifi, and I planned on framing my partner for the crime.
What?
That night I prepared something before going to Magnifi's hospital room, which was IV fluid, of course. I'd seen it on an earlier visit. If Zack did not shoot, I would do the deed.
Then I would use the IV liquid to place the murder on his hands. Well, that was my plan. But you didn't shoot him. Are you still here, by the way? I don't know, because it doesn't tell me when people leave, so I don't know if you're still here. I could not. As soon as I say that, yes, you are. You were correct. Although you know. The demon in my heart fled when the moment came. But then Magnifique called me back.
I'm sorry, Valent. I'm giving my magic to Zack, not you. You still lack the draw he has. Please help him, if you can.
I know, but it's been 11 years.
True. Through. And then I stopped in shock of what had just been taught consumed me. That is when I heard that fateful gunshot. Magnifique Grimmery killing himself. Then the demon awoke anew within me. Zack killed him. He was the one. Frame him and the magic will be yours. I altered the scene of the suicide. I took the pistol from his hand, wiped off the prints. Then I used a syringe to add the IV liquid I brought. So in the end, things happened pretty much as planned. Magnifique died, he frames after his murder. As planned indeed. Of course, the outcome was somewhat different than I had anticipated. Well, what do you think? Do you believe my story can be believed truly? Well, that was 7 years ago. I don't know what to believe, but yes, I'm glad I heard it from you, Mr. Valent. Thank you. It is I who'll be thanking you, Mr. Wright. Only when I had lost everything I could make my decision. You had to turn yourself in? My partner may have vanished, but not so my guilt. And as my guilt stays, all else begins to leave me. My friends, my performance rights, my magic. I've had enough of vanishing acts. I understand. All my life was ruled by a dead man. I find I was wrong. Zack Grammery was alive. Well, not anymore.
Yea, a little bit more we goes to trial.
True. And now it occurs to me. Olivia is not the only one who survived. What do you mean? You see, now that I think about it, I realize that No. We never saw proof of her demise. We never saw her body. Her? The mind races and the mouth flaps on. My apologies. Forget this matter. I only hope that the day will come when I again meet my partner, Zack Grammery. I still maintain the mother is the singer. I maintain. Then I shall apologize for my terrible mistake. I'm glad we had this chance to talk. Thank you. Zack Grammery, Shady Smith, whichever name you prefer. He is no longer with us. The truth revealed in that trial was only a sliver, and the impenetrable darkness that remained had taken over life.
I know.
Well, of course you know. You've played this game. But fair. I am really enjoying this though. Like, you're not really getting a lot of reactions from me at the minute, but that's mostly because I'm just in awe of what the fuck is going on. Like, there's a lot. There's a lot behind the Grammaries. There's a lot with finding out Apollo is part of Grammaries. Apollo's a magician, technically, and is the brother to Trucy.
What happened 7 years ago? Getting closure on what happened 7 years ago. There we go. And it would involve paying that man a visit. The only place that hasn't been checkmarked yet. Solitary cell number 13. Sorry, sir. Prisoner Christoph Gavin is currently occupied. I
Well,
see.
you will be confused if you play the shady trial.
I mean, that is also true. Do you know when he'll be finished? Well... Could you go find out? Certainly, sir. Please wait here a moment. My apologies to the guard. There's something I need to see. There it is. The yellow envelope. And the sender is... Jumishim. I was right!
Don't just polish it a bit.
I was going to say, when I arrived in his studio, Mr. Misha was at his desk. He seemed to be writing a letter, and he quickly saw the envelope. It was a yellow envelope. He heard it was left at the same crime scene.
If this is the last letter that Jumishim wrote, there's something I need to do. The last thing I need to do, in fact. Here goes. Let's see if this atriquinine spray says anything. There it is. Atriquinine on the stamp. So this was Jumishim's messenger of death. It was this stamp, right? No mistaking it. And his last letter was sent to Christoph Gavin. An interview request came, like you said it would. They're looking into the case. The Surrender Life I won't tell about you, so please release the spell you've put on my daughter. I'll write later with a report. Gotcha! Finally, decisive evidence. What's this? What's this? A burglar in jail? Gavin, I didn't know you moonlighted in larceny, right? Gavin, something I have to ask you. Can I steal your stuff? The answer is no. My apologies, but there's not much I care to discuss. Vermisham hasn't received her verdict yet. You follow me, Gavin? No survivors of atriquinine poisoning, but it never hurts to hope. Okay, I'll believe it now then. Right. Wait. Yeah, Gavin? Would you mind leaving that letter private? Oh, sorry. Forgot I had it.
There's
Many
a trailer
thanks.
for it. It's been 5 months.
The There was a camera in his beanie the whole time? We've now seen all the clues in this case. There was a camera in his beanie the whole time?
I mean, that's just fucking clever. That is very fucking clever. Oh, Phoenix. Once a lawyer, always a lawyer.
Oh my god. Clues I gathered over 7 long years. Now it is time. Every story has an ending. Come to the final chapter, the final trial. Final truth. All the only ones who can. To be continued. Oh my god. Save. Yeah. Are we back as Apollo? Oh, wait, no, wait, hang on. Welcome to court. 7 years, all leading to one verdict. A verdict which you must decide. Is the defendant Vermisham
Camera was
innocent
Emma made.
or guilty? Emma made? Oh, the scientist. Of course. The courtroom doors are opening. The trial awaits. Are you ready to begin? Preparations complete. Are you back as Apollo? This is something inside me. Rising, surfacing. something important. Lost long ago. It's close now.
I share the link,
So
but no
close.
TTS.
No TTS? What does TTS mean? Order in opposition for trial of beer mission. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Prosecution's ready to rock. Oh, there he is in all his more natural course. Natural glory. Prosecutor Gavin, how is the defendant of mission's condition? Acute atracunine poisoning. According to her physician, she could die at any time. Thus, her absence from the courtroom today. What? You can't put her on trial without her being here. It is unusual. They should wait for her to get better and do it then. Do 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 do. So bureaucratic of them. That's being a little harsh. Can't delay the trial any longer. Well, the rest given no one left to try. A trial without a verdict could only cause grief. The records of this case and experience tells us this. Apologies to the defendant, but the show must go on. Right, if Vera dies, the trial will be cancelled. I'm not gonna let that happen. That's right, tell me everything that's been going on behind the curtain all these years. I'm gonna get Vera her innocent verdict while she's still time. Very well, your opening statement to Prosecutor Gavin.
You noticed Lucy always used color of clothes that her dad using.
No. She uses blue. I think even Mr. Hat's blue now. I think because Mr. Hat was pink, like Juicy was pink, like her dad. Now she's blue. More her mother, which I find very interesting. Why change from pink to blue? But there we go. That's just me. As the prosecution's case is unchanged by the way. So's her mother. Well, that's just a massive fucking coincidence, that. The prosecution's case is unchanged by recent events. Why did Vera Mission succumb to poison? Because she couldn't live with the guilt of what she'd done. Watch in a minute. I swear she's blue. But Vera was poisoned with atracunine. The exact same poison that took her father's life. What better confession could you ask for? Being the killer, she would have access to the poison. Significance is just rather hard to come by. That is true. In other words, I see no need of further discussion. We could have our verdict yesterday. Well, Mr. Justice, you have no objections. I see no reason to postpone a verdict. What we need to worry about isn't the verdict, but the trial itself. Defense holds that Vera Mission is the victim, not the killer. If that's so, then you have to prove something. She was in court giving her testimony before us. How do you propose her killer poisoned her? Oh, and incidentally, it would be nice if you told us who her mystery killer was. Prosecution's objection is sustained. As the defense prove its claim to this court, that this Harvey mission was poisoned. We've got two things to prove here. Who did it and how? Which to hit first? How did the killer poison Vera Mission? I will focus first on the method used. Any comments before we begin, Prosecutor Gavin? Not a bottle or container was found in the defendant's body. I see. So the vector of poisoning is unknown. Is the defense prepared to prove how the poison reached Vera Mission? Yes, Your Honor. Very well. What method was used to poison Vera Mission?
Take that!
What's this? My, what a beautiful bottle. I'd like to give whoever designed that a hand. Okay, fine, whatever. Is that nail polish also very terrible, just terrible. Is that nail polish? It's colorless. Something the matter? No, nothing at all. So the killer put poison in his bottle and made her drink it. As prosecutors, the governor has told us this is nail polish. Nail polish? It's like paint for nails. Known any women with red nails? My wife has red nails.
I see, so you've been painting them all this time. Let's recall yesterday's trial. Remember when Vera was testifying to the court? What is my concession? Vera seems pretty tense. She's practically chewing her fingernails clean off. Whenever Vera became nervous, she had a habit of biting her nails. Her nails? Ah! Prosecutor Gavin? When the prosecution had Vera examined, they check her nails. Bailiff, have them check the defendant's nails at once, Mr. Justice. Yes? Do you know who did this? Do you know who put the poison in that nail polish? Yes. That bottle belongs to Vera Michon. Why do you ask? Know someone else might have a bottle like this? No, just checking. Mr. Justice, you're about to accuse someone of poisoning that bottle of nail polish. Please dispense with the chatter. You realize the weight of this accusation. Yeah, let me show you. Understood, Your Honor. No problem. I know what I'm doing this time. And let us ask, who poisoned Vera Michon via her nail polish? Justice is right there. What's this? Christoph Gavin? Yeah, what's your game, my bro? Says no way could do things like that. You should know that better than anyone else. Indeed. He is behind bars. I know. However, that doesn't mean it wasn't impossible to do what he did. But ask yourselves when he put poison in the bottle. Could have been yesterday. It could have been a month ago. Maybe it was a year ago. Or perhaps it was 7 years ago. What? Christoph Gavin had no motive for killing this poor girl. It's simply inconceivable. Prosecutor Gavin doesn't seem to think so. Her face tells me one thing. Christoph Gavin's only younger brother doesn't find it inconceivable at all. Well, Prosecutor Gavin, do you feel there is a clear and present need? And we may have to summon Christoph Gavin from jail as a special witness. Fine. I've known for some time that an impenetrable darkness lurked at the bottom of this. Darkness is even that has eaten I swallowed even myself. Okay. The defense's wish is granted. Let prisoner Christoph Gavin take the stand. Bailiff begin proceedings to call a special witness. The prisoner is Christoph Gavin, currently residing in Solitary Cell 13 at Central Prison. Hello. Ah, Your Honor, how nice it is to see you again. It's been quite a while, hasn't it? To what do I owe the pleasure of your company? Every day I'm summoned from my solitary cell. In fact, it's never. I think you already know Mr. Christoph Gavin. Ah, Mr. Justice. I hear you've been doing quite well for yourself. But I feel like somehow he's still my boss. Stiff upper lip, Apollo. You can do it. See? Blue. 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 I don't know. I just have this feeling, you know? Does this bottle look familiar? Nail polish. Why, yes, I use it myself. As did the late defendant, I hear. She's not dead yet. And is there something concerning this bottle you wish to ask me about? I admit I respect her taste for... I respect her for her taste in nail polish. Her taste indeed. Ah, fair. Ooh, what have you got? Actually, what have you got? What are you eating? This nail polish was how Vera Michon was poisoned.
Nazi pardon.
Ooh, what's that? Never heard that before. Sounds quite interesting. This nail polish was how Vera Michon was poisoned. A triquinine, was it? You will have found about the case, Mr. Gavin. even in solitary, much comes to my desk and I have nothing to do but read. Well, Clavier, maybe you can explain this. You're being accused again, by him again. Ah, and you agree with his accusation, do you?
Indonesian food from Minang tribe.
Ooh, nice. Sounds rather interesting. See, the thing is, I do want to travel to more places, because I've never really been outside the UK, apart from, like, Disneyland Paris. And I want to experience, like, a lot more culture. Oh, yeah. Especially foods as well. I want to, like, try, like, a whole bunch of cultural foods in different places. Let's order proper char, shall we? Christoph Gavin, your testimony, please. I'd be delighted. Charges against you are quite severe, Mr. Gavin. You are suspected of the poisoning of the defendant via mission. Please testify on this matter to the court. Poisoning Vera. Owning the same nail polish does not a murderer make. I've been in solitary confinement for half a year. How could I poison her?
Food lot of top one is Indonesian food.
Ooh, nice. Fair enough. I haven't actually tried anything Indonesian, or at least not that I'm aware of. Her father died of the same poison, the meaning of which should be clear. The prosecution's case holds she poisoned her father and attempted to poison herself. Surely you aren't going to suggest I was responsible for poisoning her father too. Well, I'm afraid the defense's claim is something rather unlikely. Naturally. For one, I don't even know the missions. Isn't that so, Mr. Justice? Very well, Mr. Justice. Get no cross-examination. I'm accusing Christoph Gavin, my ex-boss. But I know he poisoned the missions. The question is, when could he have done it? Not to mention why.
Indonesia had 6K, plus food some good, some just awful.
Fair. That goes for any place though, really, isn't it? It's like, you come to the UK and it's like, some are great, some we'd rather leave behind. Like, a big one here in the UK is jellied eels, and other ones more up in Scotland is things like haggis and black pudding. But I personally like haggis and black pudding, but it's not to everyone's taste. Marmite as well is another big one. You either love it or you hate it. Aha. Head straight. Fuck, head up. Okay. Both Vera and Mr. Mishan were poisoned with the atrochrine. That really can't be coincidence. The defense is repeating fallacious statements based on conjectures. The prosecution requests concrete and ambiguous proof for the witness's crime. Objection sustained. Eventual please
It's forbidden in Indonesia.
Fair. That does make sense. Eventual please present concrete proof. Prosecutor Gavin does seem training. He's all grown up. And that's how prosecutors are supposed to be, actually. Though he's acting different than usual. I bet he has a lot to do with his brother Christoph being in the room. Now let's make this testimony count, Apollo. Right, quick and painless. The bracelet should do the trick. Okay, questioning my ex-boss. His testimony seems watertight, but he's lying. I'm sure I'll be able to see something as long as I focus. Well, let's go to the only one where he had a different pose. Let's perceive. Start with his eyes. Always start with the eyes. I wasn't responsible for poisoning her father too. Nothing for the eyes. Let's hear again then, shall we? Let's move down to the hand, I think. Any wiggling fingers or thumbs or anything? Whoa! Hello. Ooh, I saw that. I saw that. What was that?
popular. The first one is the oneness of God, so we take it seriously.
That's fair. That is very... yeah. And I respect that. I respect that. You know, this is what I mean. I want to learn more about cultures of the world. It's interesting. It was you who killed Drew Measham. A bluff worthy of your new mentor, Mr. Wright. Oh, really? But you see, I saw it. Right when you said her father, too, your hand tensed unnaturally. A little devil appeared to give me the news. And let's assume, for the sake of an argument, that you saw me being tense. What does that mean? Are all tense witnesses guilty? And tell me, was Drew Measham fond of nail polish too? Sorry, but there's more than one way to poison a man. You don't need nail polish to get to someone's mouth. Ah. Well, I must be very talented indeed. You see, Drew Measham was killed on October 6th, while I was already in my solitary confinement cell in Central Prison. That's not an alibi, then I don't know what is. But you found a way, all the same. And I found it too. This is how you poison Mr. Measham. My. And here I thought you'd come so far. Huh? I admire how you, lacking any confidence whatsoever, choose to barrel on. But a friend lacks even a shred of arrogance. Was I Phoenix Wright, come to think of it? Really? Relax, Justice. I've come this far. I must know the answer. How did the killer get to his victim when the killer was in jail? Ah, the commemorative stamp. It's the stamp itself that we're trying to present. I'm sure this commemorative stamp requires no introduction.
Sadly, I'm not even done exploring Indonesia.
Damn! Touche! My God. That night, Mr. Measham died. He was sent writing a letter. Thing is, my geography is terrible. I don't really know how big Indonesia is as a place. I don't. My geography skills are horrendous. A trichonine was found on the stamp, Mr. Gavin. So am I to understand this stamp as a murder weapon? Yes, you are. Oh, and yes, this stamp was found in your prison cell. That is all, Your Honor. Order.
Look at globe, it's small.
Fair. But this is what I mean. Like, I'd love to look on a globe and see where it is, but like I say, I wouldn't know where to look. But I get what you mean. Poison on the back of a stamp. When Drew Measham was killed, someone paid a visit to his witness cell. Phoenix Wright. Daddy? That's when he found the stamp. You made Drew Measham write your letter. That's how you killed him. What? My. You've upset my poor brother to the point of uselessness. Allow me to clarify this matter, Justice. All you need is to recall witness Spark Brussels' testimony.
Well, that's the thing, see? After he put his letter in that envelope, Mr. Measham sat there searching his desk drawer for something.
His desk drawer?
Yes, the stamp, his uncle postage stamp. End quote.
He was looking for a stamp. There you go, he had no intention of using this stamp. What are you getting at? What I'm arriving at is that this commemorative stamp was in the frame. It was mere coincidence that he used it that night.
It's 1.9 kkng.
I don't know what that means. 1.9 kkm2? That would seem to be the case. Or perhaps you mean to suggest that I can somehow manipulate coincidence. You don't have a point. How would this witness know if the victim was going to use that stump? Without that, he couldn't have planned the murder. What?
Really, Clavier? You should be seeing through these weak-spined bluffs by now. He's right, though. How could anyone have known Mr. Measham would use that stamp that night? And least of all, Christoph Gavin locked away in his cell.
Well, seems the defense has run out of things to say.
You were sure he had something to say in the first place. I believe the defense's bluff has been called. The defense's bluff? I'm not sure I agree with you there, Christoph. Clavier? Honestly, I wanted to believe you, but the defense wasn't trying to get away with a bluff. You've heard, Christoph.
What are you saying, Mr. Gavin?
Her forehead. What was your accusation again? Huh? Oh, it was that this poison stamp killed Measham, yeah? To which my brother responded lustily. There was no way to know when Measham would use the stamp.
Yes, that's right. Which is why it couldn't have been planned.
Tell me, it needs to be planned by...
1,905 million km.
Ah! Damn! Still quite big. Why couldn't it have just been a coincidence? The defense's case is simply that Measham died by that sap. That's all. Coincidence? Christoph, you tried to slip out from under this accusation by changing the subject. Is that not bluffing? What is it? What are you up to, Clavier? I could ask you the same question, Christoph. I silenced the defense with the fewest words possible. It's called efficiency.
What, Mr. Gavin? That's impermissible testimony.
Very well, I should take his head claim head on then. Justice? What? You accuse me of doing Measham's murder, yes? Allow me to ask you, what possible reason could I have to get a painter? A motive? He's talking about a motive!
Indeed. Hard to see how an attorney could come to want to kill a painter.
Now here's something. Why didn't he bring up the motive from the very beginning? Unless he was afraid it was a battle he might lose. So what does it mean? It means there might be a weak spot. Maybe there's some evidence to prove a motive.
Motive for murder is a vital, if not the most vital element in this case. Please consider this when making your statement.
It's about this vital. That's pretty vital.
Well, Mr. Justice,
I'm going through with this no matter what. Understood, Your Honor. I'd like to present evidence.
Then let's see what you have for us. What reason did Christoph Gavin have for wanting to murder Measham?
It's gotta be this. It's gotta be the letter. Bravo, Justice. The way you present erroneous evidence with such numbing lack of skill. To think changing mentors would cripple you so. Ouch.
Allow me to present you with an unlawful penalty.
You know, Paul, Measham had another business besides painting. Add a lawyer to that and the puzzle is complete. Your Honor, I'm plenty numb now. Can I try again? This one, maybe? Christoph Gavin's motive becomes clear when we consider why the stamp came to Measham's studio in the first place.
And why was that?
Forgery, Your Honor. Go back 7 years. Measham accepts his first job creating forged evidence.
I've seen that before. Measurement diary, wasn't it? Maybe Grammari's diary?
Ah, when attorney Phoenix Wright lost his badge, yes. This was the evidence he presented. To his loss. This evidence is fake, yes. But did Mr. Wright request the forgery be named?
That was never proven.
Objection!
The defense attorney on that case was Phoenix Wright. Who other than him, drunk with the prospect of victory, could have done it? And Wright would say, just out of curiosity, do you remember this letter? This is the first page. And this is the second. There was represented in court yesterday. This letter was sent to do a mission by the client who requested a forgery. The enclosed stamp was none other than the poison commemorative stamp. Well, Drew Measham drew his last breath just the other day. However, the motive for his murder was already 7 years old. 7 years old? The client who requested this forgery was very cautious. He tried to erase anything and anyone with connections to the forgery to keep them from talking, but he made a mistake.
The stamp was a picture of a pair of magicians, so I kept it. Father took me when I was very young. It was a great magic show. I loved it so much.
The killer's time bomb was delayed. The poison stamp was sealed in a glass frame, where it sat for 7 whole years. Her forehead. Do you understand what you're telling us? The one who schemed up the forged diary was the one who poisoned the stamp, and it was Phoenix Wright who presented the forged evidence 7 years ago. Adding these two statements together, the one who schemed to kill Drew Measham was none other than Phoenix Wright.
Objection!
Sorry.
Long from east to west is 5,000 kilometers. It's from New York to London.
Fuck, that's big. That's... wow. That's long. That's what she said, but you know. I'm sorry. Sorry, but that's not how this is gonna go down. Or, so how will it go down? I checked through the records on that case when I found this. 7 years ago, just before the trial began. Oh boy. Here. What's this? I don't know. It is going over there in the hall. They told me to give it to the old boy in the blue suit with the spiky hair. One more thing. I'm sorry to have sprung this on you so suddenly. I received a funds from a previous attorney only yesterday. I understand I'm asking the impossible of you. Yes, well, you haven't really told me what happened yet. All we did was play cards. And that was enough. Phoenix Wright was put in the case the day before the trial started. He didn't have time to request a forgery. The day before. Now here's a question. Just who was Shady Enigma's previous defense attorney? You mean Shady Smith? No, this can't all be. But it is all true. There was another man, a defense attorney with a badge on his collar. It was you, Christoph Gavin. Order, order! What is the meaning of this? Witness? I mean defendant, a former lawyer? Let me begin by denying this. It's easy enough to look up, Mr. Gavin, and impossible to prove if you can't.
No
Attorneys...
idea. If you look at globe, it's small. It's 1.9 km2. The territory is 1,905 million km. Indonesia long from east to west is 5,000 kilometers. It's from New York to London.
Yeah? What the fuck just happened? It just glitched out. They just glitched out. That was weird. Attorneys are registered with the court the day before the trial begins. In other words, no record remains in the court. How exactly did you intend to prove Phoenix Wright's claim?
WTF happened.
What the fuck is happening? What the fuck is happening? What's going on? I'm afraid this line of inquiry won't you?
Objection!
Her forehead. You sure you don't have evidence?
What's wrong with Whiskey Gavin? He looks clammy. Evidence that shows this man, Christoph Gavin, requested that forgery 7 years ago. Clavier? Just prove it! Clear up these doubts now, or I swear I'm off this case. You must have thought of some evidence. Apollo! Prosecutor Gavin looks like he's in physical pain. Darkness. I have to pull that darkness out of him and prove this is the only way I can. What proves Christoph Gavin's link to Drew Measham?
Well, Mr. Justice, you claim Christoph Gavin requested a forgery of Drew Measham 7 years ago. Prove it.
It can be proven. Simply ridiculous. Why even discuss it? This evidence does not...
Objection!
Are you telling the truth, Apollo Justice? I am. Then, I say we give him the benefit of the doubt.
Very well. If you're all wrong about this, be prepared for a penalty.
Objection! Your Honor, you do the defense an injustice. Mr. Justice is clearly passionate about his claim. Should the penalty not match his passion?
I haven't given a penalty like that in a long time. Well, Mr. Justice?
Fine, Your Honor. Fine, Your Honor. All I have to do is prove any kind of link, something that ties Christoph Gavin to Drew Measham, and I have something that clearly does the job.
Very well, Mr. Justice. Present your evidence. Show us the link between our witness and Drew Measham.
It's gotta be. This evidence proves as
Objection!
that scrap of paper. I'm afraid I can't let you submit that. There's some problem. There is... How would it possibly have that? You couldn't. Hey, that's Denny's handwriting.
Mr. Wright's handwriting? What is the meaning of this?
Ah, I see now. Yes, of course.
What do you mean, of course?
I just remembered I had a visitor yesterday. Phoenix Wright came to my cell, except I wasn't there. Phoenix Wright, when I returned, I saw he had something of mine in his possession. Of course, I had no intention of letting him get away with reading my private mail.
Mail? You mean this that was in your cell?
No. However, it appears Mr. Wright is there to be cured of his bad forwarding habit.
Well, if it's forgery, it's not a very good one. The handwriting is terrible.
This is Mr. Wright's reproduction of what was written in the real letter.
Reproduction?
When Mr. Wright visited Christoph Gavin's cell, he brought with him a small video camera.
Oh, you don't like that, do you, Christoph? What?
He recorded his entire conversation with you, Mr. Gavin, and the contents of your personal mail.
Regardless, this mockery of a piece of evidence will never be accepted by the court. Evidence based on a video with man with no authority whatsoever claims he took a man who happens to be an ex-attorney suspected of forgery.
Prosecutor Gavin?
Prosecutor Gavin? As embarrassing as this is for me to say, I'm afraid my brother is incapable of making rational judgments at the moment. Your Honor, your decision, please.
The defendant's claim is denied.
What?
Only actual evidence is permitted in a court of law. Please move the defense's evidence from the record.
Better luck next time, Justice.
Well, we've certainly taken a detour from our cross-examination, but evidence appears to be lacking proof. I forced her into cross-examination of Christoph Gavin at this point.
Apollo, just do something! Thinking, but without evidence. I don't have anything I can use on him.
Very well, but since the special witness's cross-examination.
Hello, Christoph. Clavier, sorry. The show's obvious the card screams for more. Only now do I understand why.
Prosecutor Gavin?
Frankly, I'm relieved. This has been bothering me for 7 whole years, and I'm tired of the whole useful angst steam. Now's our chance. Let's clean out the family closet. Christoph?
Clavier, you're spinning out of control. Calm yourself before you say something you'll regret. Spinning out of whose control? Mine or yours? Take a moment to consider everything we've built. Your reputation as a prosecutor. Your fame with the masses. You could lose it all, Clavier.
Apollo, did you see that? He's trying to press Prosecutor Gavin. Prosecutor Gavin, try to remember what's really important to you.
You amuse me, Herr Forehead. I couldn't forget what's really important to me even if I tried. In fact, I haven't, not even once. 7 years ago. Finally. You just couldn't resist, could you, Hellite? Resist what? Presenting solid evidence? Might I request we put the cross-examination on hold? The prosecution would like to call you a witness. State your name and occupation for the record.
I'm familiar with the trial. I've watched the video several times. Didn't you find anything unnatural about it?
Unnatural?
Well, you did seem unusually well prepared. I mean, Mr. Wright had only just presented his evidence. And the next moment, you called him Drew Misha. It was almost as if...
Almost as if... what?
Funny. It didn't even occur to me to wonder... I too, I see there's only one possible explanation. Almost as if at the very beginning... You knew Mr. Wright was going to present that evidence.
Ah, correct. I knew that if I applied the usual pressure, Phoenix Wright would eventually come up with that forged dial page. Don't do this, Clavier.
I knew it because you told me, Christoph. What? Oh, why would Christoph do that? What is going on? This was the night before the trial. What is going on? This is... Why would Christoph do that? Why? Oh my god, this is... Oh, this is so good.
Clavier, Christoph, not seeing you in the prosecutor's office the day before the trial. Ah, I won't appear in the trial, actually. Huh? Why not? I will be facing off with you on your first trial, apparently. In exchange, I brought information. Information? The attorney who will be in place tomorrow is not to be trusted. Don't even give him the benefit of your respect. Listen, I wanted to call in a special witness. Then... I wondered about it at the time. How did Christoph know so much? Prosecutor Gavin. Christoph, we were supposed to face each other in that trial. A fair fight, buzzer to buzzer. I deferred.
Why he do that, or I can he.
Who? What? What? What?
You let me borrow the victim's belongings. You showed me all your research on the case.
The victim's belongings? Which would have included my GP's diary, wouldn't it?
Mr. Gavin? My, Clavier. You do disappoint me. You find trees, yet miss a forest.
You're the one missing the forest, Mr. Gavin.
You can't sweep this under the rug, not anymore. Tell me what was going on behind that trial. Why not? I've achieved what I came here to do. I see no harm in a little reminiscing.
Apollo!
And it was funny going to shine a light on the black belly of this thing, Trucy. You've done everything we could. I hope it's enough. 7 years ago, the day before the trial, I visited the detention center at the request of my client, Zach Grammary. 2 cards. 1 card. Showdown time. Enough. You lose, Gavin. Thanks for the work. Now go.
He lost to a poker game.
God damn. Also, what is going on with the comments at the minute? Why is it doing this? I don't know. To be honest, I don't know what his reactions were to this day. As far as I could tell, he dismissed me as his representation because I lost in a game of poker. I can come to no other conclusion. Did I used to say something? If you want to know a man, you have to compete. Zack wasn't watching his points or the cards. He was watching the man behind the cards, Christoph Gavin. I couldn't believe it. Phoenix Wright, a second-rate attorney who relies on luck and bluffs. He dismissed me and went with that pitiful excuse for a man. He deserved to die for that error alone. Hold it! So, the one who requested that forgery was... Oh, I'm not admitting to anything. My point is, these two men shamed me and I could not forgive that. Phoenix Wright and Zack Grammary both deserved what they got. So you asked Mr. Measham to forge that evidence, so you could win?
At least
Then...
bluffs, not forgeries.
That is true. That is Phoenix Wright for you. He deals in bluffs, not forgeries. There's a big difference. But then when you were dismissed as Zack Grammari's attorney, you used your false evidence as a trap. You fed me information about the photo you made. Then you gave me your dirty evidence to him. You're free to imagine what you will. My point is that all I had imagined came to pass. Everything went perfectly. Incredible. Oh, if I wasn't laughing, I'd weep. Was it going to happen? Perfectly. You're mad, Christoph. Oh, stop fooling yourself. What are you talking about, Clavier? Tell me, how did that trial end? Cancelled. Or the defendant vanished? Ah, I get it. So, Christoph, you've been living in fear for 7 years. What? You're afraid your forgery would be revealed and your reputation trashed. You couldn't leave things to chance, so you watched everyone involved with the case for 7 years. You know, he always felt like he was being watched. That's what he said, every day for 7 years. But I felt it too. The journalist sure he was being watched, end quote. Don't you wonder why Zack Grammary got rubbed out of it after 7 years? Right after coming into contact with me? Wait just a minute. Zack Grammary was seen by this reporter? How is that possible? Was he alive after being gone 7 years? Finally. I knew this moment was coming. I just didn't think we'd get here so fast. Zack Grammary gone missing for 7 years, Juicy's father. What's wrong, Paul? Go get him! Right, leave it to me. Allow me to refresh the court's memory. 6 months ago, Christoph Gavin was charged with murdering a mysterious traveller. I remember him quite well. Shady Smith, was it? Origin in a Chinese restaurant. Tragic. The details don't really matter right now. What matters is the traveller was Zack Grammary. What is it, Apollo? Huh? Keep going. I'll talk about it later. Did you
There is
know?
1 hour of gameplay.
1 to 3 hours worth of gameplay. I mean, that's true, and we can still keep going. It's only 1:05. Someone please explain this. Mr. Justice, can you explain this? It all started 7 years ago. The great magician Magna V. Grammary's death started it. Magna V. Grammary's death and his student Zack Grammary, the suspect. Whoever did defend Zack in court successfully would be famous beyond belief. Thinking that, Christoph Gavin did the unthinkable. He forged evidence. Joe Measham? Actually, it was his daughter, Vera, who really did the work. Wrong voice. You took precautions when you had that forgery made, didn't you, Mr. Gavin? Precautions? To keep people from...
There.
I don't know what time is there. Ah, now you kind of catch up with the comments and everything. Yeah, it's 1:05, and I have a lesson at 2. So, still got time. Still got plenty of time. To keep people from talking, of course. These two know too much. Leave them alive and there'll be nothing but trouble. That's when you planned your poisoning for the forgers. A triquinine, applied to a commemorative stamp. But luck was on Mr. Measham's side. The bomb didn't go off. His daughter. He saved him by taking the stamp, I see. But that wasn't the only bomb he set up. The Aridone nail polish, of course. You noticed something when you requested that forgery. When Vera Measham is nervous, she has a bad habit. A tendency to bite her nails. Ah, her nail polish was a good luck charm. She was almost kidnapped once. Since then, she's been, well, you can see for yourself. She refuses to leave house.
That person gave me a good luck charm when I absolutely had to go outside. It protects me.
Yeah, apparently she received something, a gift. Oh, she won't tell me what it was. It was from that client. I mean, you know, why wanted to make the note? It was his insurance. Insurance? As long as she lived quietly at home, there was no danger to her. But what if she had to go outside? She ran into any trouble, she'd become nervous, and the nail polish would do the rest. His time bombs sat there for 7 years, and then they went off almost simultaneously. Silence. Shh. If you're finished, may I return to my cell now? I'm not accustomed to studying for such long periods of time. Mr. Gavin, have you heard a single thing we've said?
English is stupid language.
It is a very stupid language, yeah. Yeah, you're not wrong. Yeah. Yeah, you're really not wrong. Not wrong, should I say. Well, I listened quite closely to your little tale. Quite an entertaining piece of fiction. What? Clavia, surely you understand. We're back to the evidence. Still lacking evidence. Nothing proves the links between him and the Tarquinians to Measham's life. What about the restaurant? You killed Zach Gremery to keep him from talking. I killed no man of that. I killed no man of that name. Read over the report again if you like. The victim was a traveller by the name of Shady Smith, about whom we know little else. You can't seriously think I knew he was that particular fugitive. Okay, then why did you kill him? I plead my right to remain silent. Remember, this court did not convene to put me on trial. The defendant's name is Vera Measham, suspected in the murder of her father. My trial's been finished for 6 months now. Very good. I'm afraid we have strayed considerably from our purpose here. The court concurs with the witness. It is defendant Vera Measham who is on trial here.
No, but you were doing so well, Apollo.
As long as there is no more evidence to support the accusation against him, this course of inquiry cannot find Vera Measham innocent.
Your Honor, Phoenix Wright spent 7 years collecting this evidence.
You still don't get it, do you? Let us assume there was poison in the nail polish. Who then was responsible for causing Vera Measham to bite her nails?
What?
Well, it wasn't me, I know that much. The one who brought the poison to her lips was you. Evidence is everything. There is nothing more. I believe this discussion has reached its conclusion.
Your Honor!
Mr. Justice, you have performed admirably well for a novice attorney. I respect your partner, Phoenix Wright's determination as well. However, However, without direct proof, you have nothing. Isn't that right, Clavier? Unfortunately, yes. Christoph, you're right. That is, you would have been right until now. What? Did the news not reach your desk in solitary? The eyes of the nation are on this courtroom today. This is the child case for the new judicial system. That's right. I totally forgotten. So had I can't lie. The juris system. Jurists, you say? The current judicial system has been deemed too closed off from society. Yeah, it really is. Oh, it really is. This new system attempts to inject the wisdom of common citizens into the law. Common citizens? Wisdom? Is this some kind of joke? What could I possibly gain by doing this? Ooh, you don't like that, do you, that little twitch? Entrusting our judicial system to a mindless, emotional mob of irrational mouth breathers. Common citizens have something called common sense. Common sense is not restricted by the law. Nonsense! There's only room for two in this court. Me and the law. Keep the riff out. Out, I say. Man? Ha! Why is this actually kind of weird? I don't like them facing this way. I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it. Oh, this is really weird. Everyone on the bench is looking my way. Hi, guys. Hi. How's it going? I like you guys, you know? Okay. They're not in court, actually. They're watching even on my video camera. How can you allow this? Incidentally, the one responsible for making this happen was Phoenix Wright. Phoenix Wright? Oh, you don't like that, do you? So, everything was leading to this, of course. Right.
Probably their WNP2W.
I won't accept. I can't accept this as no court. Law. The law is everything. Law is absolute. You let ignorant swine soil your courts. Christoph, it's over. Clavier. The law is absolute. You can't be serious. What? Odd. I thought you spent your life looking for loopholes. The law isn't absolute, it's filled with contradictions. The law is the end product of many years of history. A fruit of human knowledge, like a gem poised to gleam through trials and errors. It is the fruit we receive and pass on and face in our time. It's always changing, growing. Nurturing, it is our task as human beings. Except for you, Christoph. You aren't changing, you've stopped. You're not needed anymore. Oh, I love this sprite. I love it. I couldn't think of anything to say. Maybe because I still haven't seen enough. Someday, I'll know what law is. And I'll fight to change it if I have to. I see no need to further prolong this trial. This began as a trial of Vera Misham accused of murdering her father, the painter Drew Misham. However, several other incidents were reviewed, and we seem to have reached a conclusion. While this court declares a verdict, I await your decision. I mean, that's true. Jurists of the court. For the death of Drew Misham, how do you find the defendant, Vera Misham? Ooh, I'm going to say this. Because if it's multiple choice, I want to see what will happen. Innocent or guilty. I turn to you now to consider this matter. What happens if I choose guilty? Do I get the choice? October 9th, 12:48 p.m. Jurist Chambers. It sends the trial for this case, and the verdict remains to be decided. Mr. Veermisham is currently in intensive care. The decision cannot be reached today. I'm going to see what happens if I... It may never be reached. The factors involved are simple. The defendant poisoned her father that night. If so, she is guilty.
I should say innocent to make Vera alive and guilty to kill her.
I was going to say, I just want to see what happens. Or is there another reason for Mr. Meesham's death? Did another person poison him? If so, she is innocent. A panel has been provided for each of you to input your decisions. That is all. Please, wait! Yes, jurist number 6? There's something in the jurist's handbook here. Persons involved with the case may not be jurists. That is correct. I have looked into all your dossiers. None of you are involved with the development of the case. With the development of the case... I see. Does that answer your concern? It's time for your verdicts. Make a decision in the defence against Veermisham. After 7 years, the truth is ready to be heard. Judge wisely. Judge well. Do we actually get a choice? Oh my god, we actually get a choice. I knew it! I knew it! You're back! I just want to see what happens. I knew it! I said! I knew it! I saw the portrait, and the hair was a dead fucking giveaway. Dead fucking giveaway. Oh, I'm so good. So good. And so the verdict was reached on October 9th, 2:14 p.m. Third verdict under the jury system. A hung jury. Final verdict would have to wait for the following day. But fate had different plans. That night, defendant Veermisham's condition worsened. She died in a hospital bed. The verdict was postponed. For eternity. God damn! So what do we do now, then? One jurist's verdict. And that's... Bye! Innocent or guilty. I turn to you now. Yeah, we've been through all this. This is such clever gameplay from what I'm used to. Such clever gameplay. Like, what they did in the original trilogy was amazing. And don't get me wrong, I adore the original trilogy. But this game, for the new trilogy, oh my god, what a banger to start off with. And I mean, the fact you get to vote, the fact that we've got, like, 3D images and stuff like that. Oh, it's so good. So good. If so, she is innocent. A panel has been provided for It's the fact as well, it's like, we're playing as whatever her name was from the country, from the third case. And then it's like, confirm, and it's like, oh, there's the bracelet! Their mum's alive!
Next game, V.
I mean, that is also true, but And so a verdict was reached on October 9th, 2014. First verdict under the jury system. Innocent by unanimous decision. The record will show that when the verdict was announced, special witness Christoph Gavin laughed. A laugh louder than any heard before or since. Oh God. A laugh that echoed in the halls of justice, lingering for what seemed like hours. October 10th, 10 a.m., 8:30 a.m., the morning after the trial. In an intensive care ward, a true miracle occurred. Vera Measham opened her eyes.
Hello, Vera. Oh, I'm so glad I... Don't cry, Apollo. I'm happy too. I'm proud. You did well, Apollo. When I thought about... What if you're
is Damon Ganton 30 Clamoset.
I mean, that is also true. You have Christoph Gavin who's just laughing, and then you have Damon Gant. Imagine like a laughing match between the two of them. Oh God Almighty! Hey, now do you stop crying too? Sorry I have to see us like this. Vera, thank you so much, Apollo. Thank you. No, I'm sorry. I shouldn't have pressed you like that. If I hadn't, you never would have bitten your nails. No, I was wrong. Staying locked inside like that clings to my good luck charm. Vera, when I opened my eyes and saw you, I finally understood. It's important to be part of the world. To see things with your own eyes. Looks like that poison had some effect after all. Killed off whatever it was holding Vera back from life. I knew you'd pull through, Vera. I mean, that's what Apollo was fighting for the whole time. Your future. You won't forget it. Here, thank you. No, really, it's okay.
OPTW, next game you will mostly play girl, so good luck.
Oh, no. Oh, well. Guess I'll just go to my voice that well, we'll see what she looks like first. Because I was going to go with my voice, my female voice that doesn't hurt, and go like this all the time, and like, yeah. But we shall see what she looks like. Good luck to my throat then, if that's the case. Oh, look, it's me. I love it. Thanks. Is that me? She really captured your essence, Apollo. Well, I think so at least. That reminds me. What does it remind you, Vera? Do you know where the other lawyer is? The other lawyer? Oh, you mean Daddy? Except, well, he's not really a lawyer anymore. It's my fault, isn't it? I'm sorry. Oh, no, that's not what I meant. No, it's okay. I'm through looking away from the things I've done. I hope I can look him in the eyes again someday and apologize. Sure, he'd be happy to hear that. He bought all those things for me when he came to visit earlier. You mean that stack of videos? Mr. Right, finished watching all of them? You know, I knew my real daddy's alive. Huh? I was there 7 years ago, remember? I was the one who helped him vanish from the courtroom. You did what? How? I ain't telling. He promised me that day we went away. We may not meet again for some time, Trucy, but know this, I will be watching, and one day I shall return. You're the next Grammary, after all. Ah, oh, Trucy. In the end, he couldn't keep that promise, could he? It's okay. Phoenix is my daddy now, even if he can't really play the piano. That he can't. Oh, and I've got you too. I've got you too. Even if your voice is kind of loud sometimes. Glad I made your list. Hey, come to think of it, where is Daddy? Or the one who can't play? Do you know Apollo? I think he said he had to meet someone. I wonder. Maybe it's your mommy. Oh, Tracy? Yes, Vera? I was wondering, could you show him to me one more time? Sir Hat, was it? Oh, he's not been knighted yet.
Here goes. Do us an impersonation, Mr. Hat. I was gonna say, he's gone to meet the mother. Objection! Not loud enough. I like Miss Magic Underwear better anyway. That's Magic Panties, Apollo! Remember that case? It's funny. So, your memory's returned. Miss Ray, was all this part of your plan too? I cannot remember what voice I gave her. So, I don't know what you're talking about. Well, that's my memory. I think this was it. I usually born as Lamar. But, you knew my true identity, did you not? That's why you chose me as one of your jurists. You're thinking into it too much. Besides, there was no guarantee that regaining your memory would make you happy. Of course it is a happy thing. For so long I thought I was alone. But now I know I have children. 2 dear children. So proud of them. This too, I think, is thanks to you. So does that mean Trucy and Apollo are Borginian, then, technically? Or is Lamoire / their mom just English and just learned Borginian? Are you gonna tell them? They do not know. Nope. They don't know their mother. They don't even know their siblings. I will go to them when the time is right. Until then, don't worry. I'll take care of them for you. They're very important to me too. A little annoying at times, but still. I have to keep an eye on her at least. Because I'm the only one who knows how she really feels on the inside. Your bracelet? Yes. I've seen a lot of mysterious things in past 7 years. Your bracelets were the strangest of all. I remember meeting him half a year ago now, in Christoph Gavin's office. And then I met you. 2 fates destined to intertwine. And I was there when they crossed. I'll never forget that. Such a small thing, that bullet, yet it tore who I was away. Ten years ago, during a simple rehearsal. It was a miracle no one died. But I didn't survive that accident. That is why I left the troop, my family. Now my memory has returned. I am myself once more. For the first time, I'm glad to be alive, Mr. Wright. Speaking of miracles, our mission regained consciousness this morning. I hope she's as glad as you are. It is a strange thing, fate. Sometimes life is taken. Sometimes life is spared. You know what I've been thinking? People don't die that easily, really. As long as they've got something worth living for. Pretty much the end of my story. Well, for now, anyway. Still got a long way to go, and this power of mine, well, it needs some work. But there's hope now. We'd lost it, but somehow we found it again. That's why people are smiling again. Hope. Yeah, I think I'll keep it this low, I think, for a while. Chain of time. Gotta go. Cause of steel. Here comes justice!
Objection!
Oh, hell yeah. And I guess...
Jump down the bridge.
Oh, I'm glad you're staying with the agency, Apollo. It's like I found my long-lost big little brother. Oh, and don't worry about Troop Grammary. Juicy's on the case. Now that I have this, thanks to Daddy. Juicy Grammary? Frankly, I've got my doubts, but Hat Grammary, now that'll pack it in. A little photo. Do. It's not every day you get a task that works hard as in one of our gigs, yeah? That's why it's over. So Gavin is breaking up. What? No! The news caused a lot on tissues at supermarkets nationwide. No! You're the real stars now. I look forward to our next jam session.
We will get all last word of the cast.
I mean, yeah, that is true. Yes, we will.
This may take a while, so hopefully it won't be like 15 minutes while, but there we go. Well, it's finally over. You know, thinking about it, I've been a piano player longer than I was a lawyer. Now that everything's sorted and I've got time on my hands, maybe I'll take some lessons. Or maybe I'll take the bar exam again. This is cool ending. I love how the pictures actually just flop and they look like... The thing is, it doesn't look animated, and that's what I love. It doesn't look like a game. I also love this music. Oh, hello, Emma.
So I was standing around in these macaroons the other day when I got this crazy idea. What if they were golden? You could augment the crunch up and yet make a ding. The power of science. Although the preservatives might not be 100% safe.
Animated.
Fair. Ooh, wait, animated? We get like proper cutscenes? I mean, I guess this had cutscenes. Fair. Ooh, that's gonna be interesting. Also, I love the fact that Emma's still at Eldoon's Noodles and all that.
In an unlikely event to our wanton Goshen feast, come to Borscht Sport Club. The only thing ordered in the restaurant is Borscht. But a greater challenge is being required.
Oh god, really?
Then come to the hater, you know who to ask for.
Ooh, proper movement. Ooh, instead of these, like, cutouts in a fashion. I completely forgot what voice I gave that version of Olga. So, Kentucky Pastries is getting back into its Eastern roots, spread the culture at all. You boss, culture time! Well, this is how we write root. Capiche. But we're still about giving back to the people. Also, yes, the Russians. Very interesting. Oh dear. Pure time! Very big mama. Yeah, the Russians, it's very interesting. And this is how we write people, alright? Not that Rocky's paying any attention. Whew, kids. No, this really is going through everyone.
There's a way Chinese carrots in the cake was a fly idea like 3,000 years ago. Believe that. Man, you want to make it, you gotta keep it real, you know what I'm saying? Yo, that's why I made the OG cracker for real. I know I don't want no cracker. Gee, why do you want me to call it the OG muffin? Cow.
I tell you what, though, I do have to admit, I have genuinely really enjoyed this. Fuck, I don't know where all this food is good from. US meat is only one food, and that's noodles. Noodles forever. I care about what I gave him. I got a new one, too. See, this time just a big chunk of salt in the bowl. Why, for $10 noodles about salt.
Oh, to hear that one last time.
Oh god, you.
My exceptionally inquisitive nature has won me an equivocal adoration in my department. You see, they used to call me Wesley Stinkler and Wesley Sticky Hands. But no longer I have a new name, one that reflects my true academic nature. Wesley Sicko reporting, yes, curiosity is a sickness and I am the cure.
Sure. Let's just forget about you, shall we?
This guy never gonna got job.
This guy, no. Wesley Stickler never got a job.
I don't know how to thank you for all you've done. Light has returned to my life and with it, joy. I may have lost years, but I have gained a treasure. 2 treasures, in fact. I will think of them when I write my next song.
She is so beautiful, though. She just is. She
is beautiful.
Marshall, here back on being with another interview. Hey, how do you feel about things turning out? No, Scooby, but journalists commenting in meat condition.
End quote.
I decided to keep painting originals only, of course. I suppose I'll have to see a bit of the word outside what I want to paint. But I know there are good people out there now. I've met them. The door is open. The world is waiting. Thank you.
Shu Takumi. What a legend he is. Oh, that's lovely. Done by Misha. And what a closure. Unless, is there more? Turnabout Succession. Congratulations, a special bonus in the music and background settings screen. Nice. And that is it then. God damn, that is Ace Attorney Apollo Justice, Ace Attorney done. Episode 1, Turnabout Trump. Episode 2, Turnabout Corner. Episode 3, Turnabout Serenade. And Episode 4, Turnabout Succession. God damn. Next up is Ace Attorney Dual Destinies. My god, so we've got 6 cases in this one, the normal 5 and what was the DLC episode. But to start with, episode 1, Turnabout Countdown, which already looks rather interesting. But that is for the next episode. If you guys did enjoy this episode, please don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. It really does help. Click the bell icon down below to be notified when I live stream or upload a video. And my god, I shall see you guys in the next episode and the next game. Bye!